Coco Gauff shocks Jessica Pegula to crown Wuhan Open victory. Party Popper Trophy, third WTA 1000 title. Wuhan, China. The lights shimmered like stars reflected on a court of dreams. The crowd was electric, a roaring sea of excitement and disbelief as Coco Gauff, the 21-year-old phenom from the United States, raised her arms in triumph. The scoreboard glowed 7-6-5, 6-4. Jessica Pegula, her compatriot and friend, had fought valiantly, but tonight, destiny had chosen Coco. She had just clinched her third WTA 1000 title, and perhaps the most emotional one of them all. This wasn't just a victory. It was a declaration of dominance, a statement to the world. Coco Gauff is the heartbeat of American tennis, the storm before the calm high voltage. When Coco Gauff arrived in Wuhan, she wasn't the loudest name in the headlines. Aryna Sabalenka was the favorite. Iga Swiatek was still the consistent force. Pegula, the ever-steady tactician, loomed as a dark horse. But Coco walked into China with quiet confidence and a fire burning behind her smile. Her preparation had been meticulous. Every serve, every forehand, every mental rep in practice had been leading to this. "I want to play fearless tennis again," she told reporters before the tournament. "The kind that makes people remember why I love this sport." That passion was evident from the very first round. Building the momentum, the Wuhan run begins. Round 1. Against Zheng Qinwen, the Chinese rising star, Gauff had to face not just an opponent, but a stadium full of home fans. Every point against her drew gasps. Every winner she struck drew silence. Until, finally, her grace won them over. Gauff's 6-3, 6-4 victory was clinical, composed, and convincing. Round 2. Facing Laura Siegemund, known for her tricky slices and unpredictable rhythm, Gauff showed mental maturity beyond her years. She didn't just play against Siegemund's racket. She outplayed her mind. The match ended 6-2, 6-1, a masterclass of poise and power. Quarterfinals. It was time to face the beast, Aryna Sabalenka. Fire met fire. For 2 hours and 15 minutes, the crowd witnessed explosive rallies that could have shattered the baseline. Coco's defense was iron, her counterpunching electric. Down a break in the final set, she found her courage and clawed back with a series of jaw-dropping shots. Final score, 4-6, 6-3, 7-5. The roar that followed wasn't just a cheer victory. It was a sound of belief. Semifinals. Jasmine Paolini, the fighter from Italy, had been on her own fairy tale run. But Coco's consistency and creativity dismantled her rhythm. Forehands that landed inches from the baseline, volleys that defied geometry. It was artistry in motion. The 6-4, 6-3 win propelled her into the finals. And waiting there, across the net, was Jessica Pegula, her mentor, her friend, and now, her final test. Pegula versus Gauff, the All-American Final United States. The stage was set. 2 Americans, 2 generations. 2 hearts that had often beat in sync during doubles tournaments, now facing off for one of the biggest titles in tennis. Pegula, calm and calculating, entered as the higher seed. Her game was built on precision. Clean lines, sharp angles, a mind like a chess player. Coco, by contrast, was instinct and electricity. The contrast was poetic, structure versus spark. From the first serve, it was a symphony of contrasts. Pegula opened with clean service games, her forehand striking the corners. Gauff countered with athletic brilliance, sliding, lunging, bending shots into impossible returns. The rally stretched beyond 20 shots at times, leaving both players gasping for air. At 5-5 in the first set, the tension was unbearable. Pegula led 5-4 in the tiebreak. 2 points from taking the set, until Gauff unleashed a backhand down the line that drew gasps from the crowd. Then came a slice, a drop, and a thunderous forehand. She took the set 7-6-5. Her fist pumped. Her eyes were ablaze. The young queen was ready to rule. The turning point, Gauff's mental fortitude brain fire. Pegula wasn't done. She broke early in the second set, leading 3-1, reminding everyone why she's one of the most consistent players on tour. But Coco, as she's done so many times before, found another gear. Coco has this switch, said commentator Pam Shriver during the broadcast. When she flips it, the entire match changes. That's exactly what happened. Gauff began to dictate. Her forehands grew heavier, her court coverage almost supernatural. She ran down a Pegula drop shot, turned defense into offense, and won the rally with a leaping backhand flick that painted the line. The crowd exploded. Pegula smiled wryly. She knew she was watching something special. Coco broke back, then held serve with 3 consecutive aces. At 5-4, with Pegula serving to stay in the match, Gauff pounced. A deep return, a forehand winner, and then match point. One last rally. One final forehand down the line. Game, set, match, Coco Gauff. The moment of glory, glowing star. Coco dropped her racket and sank to her knees, hands over her face. The tears came fast, mixed with laughter and disbelief. Her team, standing in the players' box, leapt in joy. The crowd roared her name. Co, Co, their voices echoing into the Wuhan night. Jessica Pegula walked over, smiling to the heartbreak, and embraced her. It wasn't just a handshake. It was a passing of the torch. You were incredible, Pegula whispered. Coco, overwhelmed, could only nod, tears glistening under the lights. As she hoisted the Wuhan Open trophy, fireworks lit up the sky. She looked up, smiled, and whispered, "This one's for everyone who believed." The numbers behind the magic. This wasn't just an emotional win. It was a statistical masterpiece. Aces, 8. First serve percentage, 71%. Winners, 34. Unforced errors, only 16. Net points won, 12 of 14. Her balance of aggression and accuracy was near perfect. Analysts noted how her serve, once a vulnerability, had become her greatest weapon. The mix of placement, speed, and timing kept Pegula guessing all night. And with that, Gauff clinched her 3rd WTA 1000 title, joining the ranks of legends who achieved such milestones before turning 22. Beyond the numbers, the emotion of a champion dizzy, the beginning of a dynasty castle. With 3 WTA 1000 titles under her belt, Gauff's career trajectory looks unstoppable. She's entering her prime years with newfound composure and clarity. What's next? The Grand Slam stage beckons again: Melbourne, Paris, London, New York. And if Wuhan was any indication, Coco's not just aiming for titles. She's chasing history. "I don't want to be remembered for just winning," she said in an interview post-match. "I want to be remembered for how I made people feel when I played." That's what separates great players from legends. And Coco Gauff, at just 21, is already walking that path. Epilogue. The crown in her hand's crown. As the night grew quieter and the lights dimmed, Coco stood alone on the Wuhan court for one last moment. The stands were empty now, but her heart was full. She traced her fingers across the trophy, her reflection glimmering in gold. Her whisper was soft, almost lost in the breeze. "We did it, but we're just getting started." Somewhere in that moment, the story of a new era was written. Coco Gauff, 3-time WTA 1000 champion, the queen of Wuhan, the beating heart of tennis's future. And as the world watched her smile beneath the fireworks, one truth was undeniable. The crown fits perfectly. Crown tennis sparkles. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.